1988 with my review of Captain America: The First Avenger. In my opinion, the movie was pretty good. The story was solid, the acting was solid, and that's pretty much it. It was pretty solid. Chris Evans, in my opinion, did an excellent job as Steve Rogers because he made you believe he was Steve Rogers, that he was a great leader, a humble leader, and that he'll never leave a man down. And he made you forget that he played in those Fantastic Four movies, which I really don't particularly care for. But he really did a good job in that. He made you believe that he's actually Steve Rogers. Now, the story was pretty good. They pretty much kept to the origin story, which I always like. They didn't get too outlandish and too overboard with that. They pretty much stuck to the script when it came to that factor. The acting was pretty good. Hugo Weaving as a villain, pretty much what can you say? It's Hugo Weaving. He did a great job as the villain, acting-wise. He didn't really take away from Chris Evans in the movie. Pretty much, in my opinion, acting-wise, Chris Evans and Hugo Weaving, they pretty much didn't steal a spotlight from each other. They pretty much shared the movie together as bad guy and good guy. In my opinion, what I didn't particularly care for in the movie was that the relationship between Bucky and Steve. They didn't really delve in deep to that. In my opinion, you didn't really see how they're really like best friends a little bit. Maybe they'll go into it in sequels, but I think they really need to establish that a little bit better than what I saw. Because I didn't feel that they really like that close to each other as best friends. Now, on the other hand, the chemistry between Haley Atwell and Chris Evans on screen was pretty good. You can tell that the romance was there, and that it's like your grandma and mom can relate to it in the 40s. It was really good. They really had great chemistry on there. It's kind of like, I like you, but I'm too nervous to date you. And she said, and she's kind of like, I like you too, but I'm worrying about my job performance as well. But you can really tell at the end of the movie that they really care for each other. You can feel that emotional impact they had towards each other. Now, Tom Lee Jones' performance was pretty good. He reminded me of the fact when he played in Men in Black, the first one, it was like straight and to the point, but also charismatic as well. He was quick with it, and that he always had those comedic roles. Like he's funny, but he knows he's funny, but he won't laugh at it himself. He really did a good job at it. He's like a good general when it comes to that particular role he did. Joe Johnston did really good in the movie, directing the movie. I think he didn't get too off the charts all the way. He stayed in the scope of the script and movie. I mean, in the story of how the comics portrayed him, of Steve Rogers. What with him was his acting scenes was not really that good. If you look at the trailer, those action scenes he had in the trailer is pretty much it. But it's not to say that it wasn't right, but it was pretty good. But I wish the action scenes were a little longer and more like had a little more pump to it. But other than that, I think Captain America was a pretty good movie story-wise. And that if you've seen it, I'll say if you want to go see it again. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. Also, as well too, guys, don't go see it in 3D. It's not that big of a deal seeing it in 3D or 2D. Because the 3D, you really can't really appreciate the movie as much, and we didn't have no 3D aspect to it except for him throwing a shield and jumping off a tank. But it was a really good movie. In my opinion, Captain America, for the summer superhero movies, I rate X-Men First Class, Captain America, Transformers, and then Thor. I didn't see Green Lantern. I heard it was really bad, so I'm not going to mention that. But in my opinion, out of 4 stars, Captain America gets 3.